I've always had a difficulty, you could say, really grasping reality and what real is. You could just maybe attribute it to me being weird and crazy and artistic, but real, I don't know, I've never really understood it because, you know, you can go to sleep and dream and the dream can feel so real to you. Like you can feel things and you can smell things and you can have complete relationships and or just complete journeys in a dream, and then you wake up and you still have this sensation of having lived that, but it wasn't real, or was it? And so that's where my fascination with physics comes in, because it's kind of like the guidebook to life and existence and what things are and what things cannot be. And that's why I find it so fascinating. But at the same time, despite it being so true, false, ones and zeros, there is just so much in there that you can play around with and take concepts and turn them into something, or interpret them differently, or see them with a different light. Then that's probably why I love Borges so much. He is an Argentinian, or was an Argentinian writer who was blind. And one of his stories is called The Aleph, where within one small point in the universe, you could see everything. Like it encompassed, I know it's difficult to understand. Like from one small spot, there was everything. Everything, absolutely everything. Like what was happening in that moment, what was happening at the other side of the universe, what was happening in the kitchen, what happened before, what was gonna happen, what could have potentially happened, everything. Like everything you can imagine, this one small spot. And this one small spot was located underneath the steps in this house. So he would, that's why I love the story so much, and that's why how I've always written with the kind of common turning it into magical, where who can imagine just within this, let's say, brown house, underneath wooden floorboards, there's a spot where everything exists. And it's this tiny grain of sand, you could say, within the whole universe. And so that's what I want to do with the research. I want to take these grains of sand and look at them and see what can they be. Maybe they're marbles, maybe they're beings of themselves. There's one scientist that I know that is researching antimatter and trying to prove certain theories regarding antimatter. And he said that the reason why he's doing this is to find truth and the beauty within truth. I mean, that in itself is just so poetic. And the foundation of that sentence comes from ones and zeros. And so I believe that science does not have to be cold and kind of sterile or static, even though it is also very dynamic. It can be beautiful and engaging and bring people that don't usually understand it or want to understand it to look into it and read about it, because I'm going to present it in a different light, in a prism of infinite color, you could say.